What's up, Basketball Brain fans and members? Please like and subscribe so you'll have a great game next time. How about that? Some of you guys don't like my intros where I threaten you if you don't like and subscribe. But okay, the very short video. I have another longer video coming out later today, probably around 7 o'clock or so. This one is about the will to win. I've made other videos. This video is about willpower. And there's a bunch of different types of willpower. We think it's just one thing. I've made a video where we've talked about the will to win, and that is important when you're in the game to really put everything on the line and try to win. But what supersedes, what's more important than the will to win is the will to practice, to get reps in. You've got to have the will to practice, to go to the gym when you don't want to be there alone, to be there late nights, early mornings, vacations, holidays. You're scheduling your whole life around that which you love, which is the game of basketball. You want to get better. And I hope to God you guys carry what I'm telling you in these videos to the rest of your life. Speaking of which, follow me on my personal channel. I give a lot more advice there about life in general. I will help you be successful, happy, and possibly make a lot of money too, which is always a good thing. You can do a lot of things with money. So follow my personal channel. There's a link below. I talk about this same thing in a recent video, but I want to do it specifically for you. There's the will to win. There's the will to practice. The will to practice is more important than the will to win. If you practice enough, the will to win, you're going to have the skills there, the skills with the will when game time comes. There's one other type of will I want to talk about today, another type of willpower, and it's the willpower to die, the will to die for what you want. Now, I'm not being literal here. When I say will to die, I mean the will to do things that are hard to do. The will to go forward even when you don't want to, even when your body's tired. In overtime, when you're dead tired, you just want to, take a breather. You find more energy than everyone around you. You're willing to go until you drop. Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he used to lift weights, you know what he'd do? He would go until he passed out sometimes. That's the will to die. I remember reading a story about Bruce Lee. This guy was working out with Bruce Lee, right? Running up these hills in LA, and they're running, and Bruce Lee's endless energy. He's 10, 20 yards ahead. And guess what? The guy falls back. And he says, I fall back, and finally I wave to Bruce. I said, Bruce, stop, I can't keep up. Bruce Lee runs back, and he says, listen, Bruce, I can't do this. I can't keep up. If I keep going, I'm going to die. And Bruce Lee looked at him, and he said, then effing die, and ran off. That sounds harsh, right? But what Bruce Lee was saying, you got to have the will to push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. You got to have the will to put everything on the line. Everything. You're tired. You don't want to do it. You're running sprints in practice, and you're like, I can't go on. Don't let that thought in your head. You got to have the will to die, the will to perish. Okay? Not literally, of course, but it means the will to push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of doing in practice and in games and in life. If you do that, you're going to be a success. I did a affirmation video. I'll link it above. Do the thing that is hard to do and the power will come. Stan Kellern talks about this. Do the thing that is hard to do and the power will come. So vital. That's having the will to die, the will to go forward. And you know what's crazy? I did this video, a video on this very topic a month ago. And just recently, if you guys follow MMA, Henry CEJUDO won his fight. And they asked him, they said, What was why do you keep winning? Why have you been so triumphant? And he said, it's the will to win and the will to die. Now in MMA, the will to die actually has a literal meaning. They put themselves in there, and he's willing to do it. He's willing to walk. He's willing to be carried out on a stretcher. All those guys are. The sports we play, it's not as serious, but in MMA, the will to win, the will to die. But he would agree with what I say. It's the will to push yourself in practice, even when you're tired. Dig deeper. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You're going to have a great game if you do. Also be on the lookout for my next video coming 6, 7 p.m. whenever I have time to throw a video with it. Peace. Growing up, I was always interested in the mental game. After years of study, I developed the Basketball Brain program. My life is devoted to helping others achieve their greatness. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and if you take a chance with the Basketball Brain program, I promise you your game's going to reach levels that you never thought possible.